of the two. And I believe he does have to rejoin the field at the tail, if I'm not mistaken, James.
Hoker Trucking coming on board this year for the hard charger. Of course, the
Hoker Trucking hard charger, I like it.
Hoker Trucking hard charger MD3 most laps led. Of course, we'll still have the Deathridge Opticians. Of course, he's the most popular driver contest this year again. Lucky 7th place finisher, Willwood Brakes. And lucky 13th to Greg Deathridge, Deathridge Opticians.
Very good. I still got to get a new pair of Deathridge. I left my glasses at home.
I thought you got some new contacts.
Well, I do. I got my contacts.
You wear glasses?
But I take my contacts out at night like a normal sane person does. And so, I mean, without my contacts.
I never could get used to those contacts where you wore all the time, like 24 hours.
Oh, I did that for a long time.
I just couldn't sleep in those.
Did that for a long time. Probably why my eyesight is so bad.
That's why I'm glad I had my cataract surgery. Now I'm good. I don't have to worry about it. I still have to have reading glasses, though.
Yes, that you do.
I'll use that as an excuse in case, because it's hard for me to read my writing still. You know how
it is.
You know
there is that.
It's a little bit better.
I can't read my writing.
Okay, do it. How about Earl Pearson Jr. leading the way in the Brandon Ford Pace truck?
Yes, he is, and behind him, the field beginning to take shape in what we like to call one of the prettiest sights in all of racing, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time this year, the tribute to you, the greatest race fans in the entire world, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with a 4-wide parade lap to kick off the 2025 season here at the Super Bowl of Racing, Golden Isle Speedway.
It seems like we took the checkered flag at Eldora, right? A couple of months ago. Back at it. Again, their 5 best finishes on 10,000 to win tomorrow over the next 3 weeks.
Yep.
So we'll see who will sporting the Midwest Sheet Metal orange spoiler when we head out for our next race coming up. Hopefully tomorrow night, right? 25,000 to win.
Forecast has looked
looking a little bit better
here
here
the last 24
we'll
hours.
Make a decision on that.
Yeah, it looked a while ago.
And then Sunday, if we get to run Sunday, it'll be 10K to win.
Yeah, so the Wednesday show was canceled.
Right.
The 10,000 to win Thursday, they put it back at the end of the week. At the time the decision was made, I mean, it was calling for a little cooler temperatures and everything. And so
hey, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. We use about like 10 weather apps.
Yeah, and
I always like how someone on social media will send you a screenshot of their weather app. Like their weather app's better than ours.
Right. Like we don't have 87 weather apps all on our phone and don't.
You do know it's going to rain or it's not going to rain. Well, yeah, I think we know that.
You know, I
just look at the sky anymore.
My favorite is the ones where they're like, it's going to rain out. Like that, hey, thanks, that's a huge help.
I saw someone
that's
at
outstanding.
You had the snow day at Vado last week, and I told you that was going to happen. You did?
Think?
If somebody goes on, yeah.
We knew it was going to happen.
I knew that was going to happen.
And I can promise there was nobody in the entire world or no group of folks that were more disappointed than the folks that were putting on the event. And hey, it happened. Right. We can't control the weather.
Any rain out, we are all disappointed. We want to go race. We want to race.
Well, I'll tell you who else wants to race, James. 28 drivers.
Rob Penrod wants to race.
Yes, he does. The first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series A main of the year. A pair of drivers on the front row looking for their first career series wins. Tyler Bruning looking for the sweep in the 16. Ryan Gustin, the Reaper in the 19R. 50 laps the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series A main of 2025 is underway.
Gustin does have a win. Remember, he won at East Bay a couple of years ago, but trying to get a big win here tonight. Tyler Bruning is the night tonight. Can he get a clean sweep and get his first national touring win? He'll lead lap number 1, Dustin Jarrett.
Very candidly, I forgot about that East Bay win for Ryan Gustin a couple years ago, but here comes the big perm down to the inside in a battle for the lead. Tyler Bruning able to keep him at bay for the time being. Here comes Dalton Wilson back down on the bottom at the end of lap 2. Tyler Bruning remains out front.
You know, he'd love nothing more to win for his team and for the late Jeff Gullett. Down the back straightaway in that second spot. Dean Bowen, the new crew chief on that car, into turn 3. But it's Tyler Bruning, the Decorah, Iowa veteran, leading on lap 3.
Yeah, that lead duo has put a couple car lengths between themselves and Gustin right now, who rides in third. Devin Brand fourth. Brandon Overton currently rounds out the top 5. As we look back on the right side of your screen, James, that's going to be the battle from about 7th, 8th on back. As the white 93 of Carson Ferguson leads the battle. There's the 22 star of Drake Troutman, the 58 of Garrett Alberson, the black 49, Jonathan Davenport, Max Blair right there behind him. Out front, though, on the left side of your screen, still Tyler Bruning at the end of lap 5.
I'm sure Jeff's granddaughters are watching tonight, right? They're on Flow Racing. Absolutely. They're going to be smiling ear to ear if he comes with a victory. Right now, he's in 2nd spot. 3rd is Gustin. 4th, Moran. 5th is Brandon Overton. And since the drop of the green, it's Tyler Bruning has led every lap so far here tonight.
So well documented. Tyler Bruning been oh so close on a few different occasions, both with Lucas Oil at Knoxville and with the World of Outlaws at Mississippi Thunder. And the Coltman Farms Racing caution flag is out. Donald McIntosh with a flat right rear tire on the Billy Hicks Racing 79. Ben, down to you.
Yeah, and he got his money's worth out of that one. It's in about 30 pieces up at the top of turns 3 and 4. Hey, while they're picking that up, Tiffany, if we get one of our videographers from up top, catch the middle of turn 3 and 4, just past the middle. Racetrack Rick Eckert talked to me about it today. He said it's graded a little bit different this year, the way they got it shaped, and you can see there's less wall showing right there, right in the middle of turn 4 than you see anywhere else. And he said that you got to be really careful when you get into the corner because it wants to throw you up there, and if you're not careful, you'll drive out of the ballpark. We saw Jackson Heiss and Shane Clanton do that before, but it's something to watch not only tonight but throughout the weekend. Just a little bit different shape, and you expect the high point to be dead center of the corner. Not here this weekend at Golden Isles.
Absolutely. As we see
camera shot there, you have some debris.
There you see it right there about where they picked the debris up. You can see where that wall, see how thin it is right there below those Lucas Oil banners.
Jackson Heiss ended up in the grass, right?
Last year.
All 4 wheels in the grass here last year.
Yeah, and a little bit of that's a little bit of I hesitate to even call it a cushion, but a little bit of curb they've built up there. But that's a great point that you mentioned there, Ben, and great work from our camera folks out there picking that up. 6 laps in the books. 44 laps remaining down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Guys, you're going to hear about one of my favorite parts of any race, and you're going to hear about it all throughout the year. Down here, we've got McIntosh in the pit area, the Billy Hicks Racing 79, and you got no less than 3 crews over here. Heather Lyons in there working, actually down there trying to get this back on. A lot of different crews working. You got people all around the race car trying to get that car back out there. And how cool would it be if we could get McIntosh full-time on tour in 2025?
Yeah, he has plans to if he can make it through Speedway. Said last year's Spring and Southern Nationals champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Shelby Cooper down there with the Brendan Smith Racing team helping put a new right rear tire on that 79.
Yeah, and admittedly, I saw Shelby come down, and I thought it was Heather first, but she turned around with that tire because Heather's another one that'll jump in there. If anybody knows what it's like to be short-handed, it's Heather Lyon, and you see her jumping in there a lot. But yeah, Shelby down here lending a hand on this crew, and right now, guys, Tyler Bruning is doing exactly what he's got to do to stay out front.
Absolutely. Hey, great to see the ladies, by the way, between Heather Lyons, Shelby Cooper, Amanda Robinson,
Kayla McManus,
absolutely. Love seeing the females involved and enjoy the possibility of a first-time winner as well with Tyler Bruning out front in this one, James.
He's led every lap in every race he's run tonight, right?
Yes, he has.
New track record. He led all 8 laps in the heat. He's led all 6 here so far. Wilson is second, and it's Gustin, Moran, Overton, Brandon Overton, Shirley, Carson, Ferguson, Troutman, Davenport. Right now, an early Hoker Trucking. I did that right? Hoker Trucking,
the Hoker Trucking Hard
yes,
Charger.
Thank you.
Jimmy Owens.
Jimmy Owens up 6 spots in the 20. Tyler Bruning, 44 laps to go. That's a long way around here at Golden Isles.
So in Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competition, James, Delaware double file restarts in races that are 50 laps or more. We'll do the Delaware double file restart up until 10 to go. Any race that is listed success or the 40 lappers or less is the Delaware double file restart up until 5 laps to go. So we do this up until 10 to go here this evening. Bruning out front.
So he would, if he wins this, whoever wins this race, will be sporting the Midwest Sheet Metal spoiler tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? It's unofficial.
Right. Until it becomes official.
That's right. I like that gold on there, don't you?
I love it. Yep, we saw Mike Marlar with that out at the Wild West Shootout as well. Marlar unable to make it to Speed Weeks this year. That team going to regroup. We'll look forward to seeing them on the road sometime later on as Bruning leads them into the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, and we're back underway.
The Todd Cooney Motorsports 19 and to the outside, but here comes Dalton Wilson, the Ratliff Racing entry. That team based in Campbellsville, Kentucky. That's where The race shop is right now. For the lead, the big perm. New leader is Dalton Wilson.
I'm back. The Perminator, Dalton Wilson out front. 7 laps into this one. The 18D looking good, James. Tyler Bruning in second, battle for third. Now starting to pick up as well, side by side. Devin Moran on the 99. Ryan Gustin, the 19R. Gustin able to hold him off. Oh, man, things getting hairy back there with Brian Shirley in the 93 of Carson Ferguson.
Ferguson looked like, I'm not sure, damage on the right side of that car, but Wilson leads Bruning, Gustin, Moran, Overton, Brandon off at turn 4. Dalton Wilson into turn 1. Here comes Overton on the bottom. The Napa 76. He'll get around Devin Moran. So Brandon Overton with Anthony Burrows turning the wrenches. Full time this year, the Lucas Oil Late Model Series. Running in 4th right now behind Wilson, Bruning, and Gustin.
It's the Longhorn factory car for Brandon Overton in 76. He's looking now down to the inside of Ryan Gustin in a battle for third. Dalton Wilson. Wilson's not been able to shake himself free from Tyler Bruning, James. I can tell you that. As Bruning is right there. Dalton Wilson just in front of these guys as well. You got the top 4 cars all right there neck and neck. 11 laps into this one, 39 laps to go, and they are quickly closing in on the back of the field.
Here they come. Look at this battle. The top 5 off at turn 4 with Dalton Wilson still leading, Brady trying to regain the lead. He'll follow him into turn number 1 out of 2. A dandy at Golden Isles, 12 in the books down the back straightaway. Dalton Wilson took the lead on lap 7. Here comes Bruning through the middle off at turn 4. He'll lead by a car length at the line, Dustin.
How bad? Oh, and we got a Coltman Farms Racing caution, as I believe Ryan Gustin with trouble on the 19R, James. Yes, it is. He is going to make his way down to the infield to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Tough break for the driver that was running inside the top 5. We'll find out what's wrong on that Wilson Sons Motorsports Todd Cooney Racing number 19R as he got into the wall over in turns 3 and 4. We'll take a look at the Flow Racing Instant Replay and see exactly what happened to the Reaper. Oh, right there.
Yeah, that was a hard hit on the right rear of that Infinity by Wells car. So Gustin will give up the 3rd spot, so that'll move Brandon over to the 3rd. Then Moran, Shirley, Davenport, Carson, Ferguson, O'Neill, Blair now. And Shepard. Brandon Shepard is 10th.
Oh, my.
Where did he start? He started way back there. He's up 11 spots.
He started 19.
But Jimmy Owens still up 9 here in the Hooker Trucking Hard Truck.
Hey guys, Ryan Gustin out of the party. Bent the lower on the right front of the 19R. He'll have to try again tomorrow.
Thanks, man. Tough break, man. Tough break for Ryan Gustin.
All right, so Dalton Wilson took the lead back on lap 7 from Bruning. So Brandon Overton, so on the Delaware double file restart. Now, Bruning's going to pick the bottom on Overton. You know, Overton is so good here, right?
He's good.
It's like he's won about every year, at least once, in that Longhorn factory car. Dalton Wilson, the Ratliff Racing 18D at the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. 12 laps in the books. Here comes Brandon Overton on the outside.
Go 3 wide momentarily off corner number 2, and now Brandon Overton puts the Longhorn factory car with Anthony Burrows turning the wrenches up to second. Now Bruning got way sideways there on the right side of your screen over in turn number 2. That opens up the door for Devin Moran. Bruning will drive back down under him coming off corner 4.
He nearly sent that one to Atlanta, and Alabama for the lead. Battle for 3rd and 4th. Both are nearly side by side as we go to the double box. Wilson and Brandon Overton. Then it's Bruning and Moran. 5th is Brian Shirley. Then it's Davenport. Ferguson, Blair's up to 8th. Jimmy Owens is 9th.
Let's go.
Jimmy Owens started 23rd, right?
Yes.
23rd and is 9th in the Kohler Motorsports 20.
The Hooker Trucking Hard Charger. You're looking at the battle for position at number 3 right now. Dalton Wilson out front, Brandon Overton 2nd. Bruning, Moran, Brian Shirley 3rd, 4th, and 5th in this one. 15 laps in the books. We still got 35 laps to go as they are still turning warp speeds here at the Golden Isle Speedway. Man, Bruning got way high right there. Down in turn number 4, James.
Off at turn number 2, Bruning, Skyline Motorsports 16. The Double Down Motorsports 99 and Devin Moran. Shirley is 5th. 6th is Davenport. Max Blair He don't like Golden Isles that well, does he? He's running good tonight. He's up to 7th, Dustin Jarrett.
He is. He started back in the 12th position. A few movers and shakers early on in this one. Once again, leaders starting to slowly reel in the back of the field here just a little bit. Wow, that line Bruning is running, man. I'm telling you, if we can, let's keep that camera on Tyler Bruning here, maybe another lap down in turn number 4 as he gets way, way high coming off the corner. We'll see if we can pick him up again here another lap or so. Cody Overton out of the party in the 2, and he's letting that 16 car get, drift way high like a couple of those other drivers are. Trouble on the back straightaway as Donald McIntosh has gone around in that Hicks Racing double nickel race car, and that'll bring out the Coleman Farms Racing caution with 19 in the books. 31 laps to go.
And I think McIntosh might have reacted. Brendan Smith bounced off the front straightaway right in front of him, and Hudson O'Neill is going to come down here to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Meanwhile, Heather down here, Brandon Overton's wife, of course, expecting the arrival of their child not too far down the road. She's jumping up and down. I'm trying to calm her down here. She's driving the car as hard as he is.
Well, Ben, you got a lot of action down there in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Hudson O'Neill, Brendan Smith, Donald McIntosh, among others, making their way your direction.
Yeah, they take a look under the left rear of Huddy's car, and like I said, Brendan Smith made hard contact with the backstretch wall, and when he bounced off the fence, that looks like that's when Donald McIntosh spun to missing to the infield. They're looking under the right front of Brendan Smith's 17 SS, preparing for his 2nd year on tour.
Jimmy Owens took a provisional, started 23rd. He's up 15 spots to 8th, and Max Blair is running in 7th. And even though he started 13th, though, he's right in the hunt there as well.
Well, he is, and these restarts are so key here. Brendan Smith's going to perhaps make his way back out, but these restarts are big, as that's where you saw Dalton Wilson get around Tyler Bruning for the lead. And Brandon Overton, guys, we talked about it in Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Speed Week competition. He's won 5 races here. He and Josh Richards tied for the most all time. He'd love to get 6 here tonight.
Well, Dalton Wilson's been your leader since lap 7, guys. There's Brandon Overton currently in 2nd, Bruning in 3rd, just behind them.
And Napa on that car. They hope to have the full season with the Napa sponsorship on there. Talked to Steve Arpin earlier. All right, 19 in the books. It'll be Dalton Wilson, Brandon Overton, Tyler Bruning, Devin Moran, Brian Shirley, your top 5.
Jonathan Davenport 6th, Max Blair 7th, Jimmy Owens 8th, Carson Ferguson 9th, and Brandon Shepard from 19th now up to position number 10. Jimmy Owens, though, just continues that march through the field as we'll leave the Coleman Farms caution lights on one more time. But man, how about Owens? He has come from 23rd to 8th in this one. That is 15 spots. The 4-time series champ has gained.
Good work by his brother Kurt Owens and mullet Jeff Stroh. They were a non-factor in the heat race.
Yeah,
right. They had a good starting spot in the heat race. They didn't make it. Had to take a provisional.
He slipped up high down there in turns 1 and 2 and lost.
He can still wheel it, can he?
Lost a lot.
One of the best ever. A first ballot Hall of Famer without a doubt. Rob Penrod waving the caution still.
And guys, that might save Hudson down here. They're getting set to come back to the green flag. They are still working under the left rear, working on that suspension. They got a new right rear tire going on as Huddy sits in the car, and you got to think as a driver, it feels like an eternity. But with the lights turned out now, they're running out of time. Brendan Smith out of the car down here as well. His night is over.
All right, Dalton Wilson, and he took the lead from Tyler Bruning early on in this race. He has led ever since. Took the lead. As soon as I find my Dustin Jarrett score sheets. Took the lead on lap 7, Dustin. Here we go at the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. We are back underway at Golden Isles.
And Bruning once again gets that incredibly wide swing coming off corner number 4. And he's going to try to use that to propel him back up to 2nd. Door, though, slammed shut by the 76 of Brandon Overton. Bruning says, I'll try to go down to the inside. This all happens behind your race leader, Dalton Wilson. 20 in the books, 30 to go.
Max Blair up to 6th, and that Brad Spochess center line 111 down the back straightaway battle door to door right there. Is that Blair?
Yes, it is.
It is Blair in the 49 at Davenport. Jonathan Davenport trying to come on late here. Dalton Wilson still leads. 21 laps scored here tonight.
And here comes, look at this, James. Here comes Brian Shirley in the 3 as well. Brian Shirley back in front of Devin Moran, moving that Bob Cullen Racing entry up into the 4th spot. Side by side behind them on the right side of your screen, still Blair in the 111, Jonathan Davenport in the 49. That's the battle for position number 6 on your screen. 28 laps to go.
Dennis Erb Jr., that new capital, up to 9th. Carson Ferguson 10th. 2 more laps will go halfway. Dalton Wilson, he started back in 3rd. Right now, he's got about a 7-8 car length lead over Brandon. Over to a good battle back here. Max Blair on the bottom. Blair and Davenport out of turn 4. Jimmy Owens back there as well. Here comes the 20. Does he got it going up top, Dustin, out of turn 2? Here comes Leo's show.
And Ricky Thornton Jr. pulls in, James. The 20 RT is out of the race. The defending series champ has made his way to the infield. Back out on your monitor on the left side of your screen. Again, Tyler Bruning and Devin Moran battling for position number 4. Jimmy Owens on the right side of your screen. James doing Jimmy Owens things. Is he going to get 2 more spots here at the line? No, Davenport's going to be able to drive back by, but he does get by Blair. Owens from 23rd up to 7th, and he's going for 6th on Davenport.
Let her eat up top, right? Dalton Wilson looks good. Last time around, it was 1.2. See if he stretches it out. It is going to be 1.6 seconds, the advantage for the big perm out of turn number 2. With 23 to go, battle here. Shirley left rear quarter panel damage to Tyler Bruning. Bruning led early on. They're side by side at a turn 4. Bruning still has the spot, Dustin.
Yeah, he does. That's the battle for 3rd. Tyler Bruning still has it with that extremely wide line that he and some others are taking off corner number 4. Jimmy Owens continues to work the high side as well, down in turns 1 and 2, just a few spots behind him, as the driver out of Newport, Tennessee, continues to work on the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. Back there's Davenport on the far right side of your screen. In front of them, the battle for position number 3, 4, and 5. Bruning in 3rd, Shirley in 4th, Devin Moran in 5th. James this time by 20 laps to go.
Davenport 6th, Owens 7th, Blair 8th, 9th, Shepard 10th, Dennis Erb Jr. 20 circuits to go. We've not had any traffic issues with the cautions we have had. You see the battle back here. Brian Shirley's run well in that 4th spot, and at Bob and Lisa Cullen. Here comes Shepard.
Brandon Shepard up to position number 9 after starting 19th. Welcome back to Rocket 1. You're not missing anything at the front of the field, folks. A 1.5 second lead for the driver on the left side of your screen. Big perm, Dalton Wilson. Brandon Overton, actually that last time by, took 2/10 off the lead for the driver of the James Ratliff Racing entry. This battle back here has just been, I mean, they're throwing absolute slobber knockers at each other back here. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Davenport, Owens, Blair, Shep, and the rest of the field really back there battling
Dennis
behind
Erb Jr. in 10th. There's the battle there. Blair and Owens. 17 to go. The lead is 1.3. It's been a steady lead for Dalton Wilson. We got a car slowing at turn 2, and Mark Whitener out of this one here tonight.
Yeah, Mark Whitener is going to make his way off the racetrack. We stay green flag racing. Coming around this time to 15 laps to go for Dalton Wilson. There's the battle for 2nd now. Heating up once again. 2 different lines being run by the 76 of Overton.
No.
Here comes Bruning. Bruning will cross him over down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Fear the Beard back up to 2nd. James, 1.2 seconds behind the big perm.
Would you say sparklers at Snakes in turn 4 for the Beard? Nice move. There might have been a little bit of contact, but Bruning running in 2nd, but Dalton Wilson, I believe he wanted to stay green, right? 13 to go coming up next time around. And it is, right now, the advantage is 1 second. So they're chopping into it. Bruning now getting a little bit faster. He's been good all night. Can he track down Dalton Wilson if this thing stays green? They're off at turn 4, Dustin.
Dalton Wilson's going to have just 1 back marker to contend with, likely in the closing stages of this one. It's the 0-9 of Michael Leach. Brandon Overton trying to reel back in. Tyler Bruning at a battle for 2nd. We've had good racing throughout the field here in this one tonight at Golden Isles. That lead back up to 1.2 last time, down to 8/10 this time, James. They're all on your screen, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
They're trying to gang up on Big Perm into 3. Tyler Bruning, good hot rod. He's got a shot to win this race. Wilson still leads, but his lead is going to shrink again into turn 1, Dustin.
0.5 of a second, the advantage for Dalton Wilson now over Tyler Bruning. 10 laps to go. Second and third quickly closing in on the Perminator. Here comes Tyler Bruning. He led the first 6 laps of this one. He's going to have to wait one more. 5/100ths of a second, the advantage for Wilson.
Leach is going to get him. Front of Wilson, and Bruning retakes the lead.
And he keeps going. Leach keeps going.
We stay green. But we got a new leader. Well, he led early on. Back out in front is Tyler Bruning into turn 1.
And Brandon Overton. Yep, and Brandon Overton up to second. Is this it? 1.2 seconds for Tyler Bruning. Out of Decorah, Iowa, James. This time by 7 laps to go. We'll check the My Race Pass app. 1.3. He adds 1/10 of a second to his lead. I don't know that lap traffic's going to be a factor in this one. If it is, it's going to be late in the going. It's not going to come to about a lap or 2 left.
Meanwhile, Dalton Wilson back here, Davenport and Moran. Wilson back to 5th, and it's Shirley, Shepard, Owens, Blair, Tyler Erb up to 10th. Well, he led the first 6 laps, dropped back. I don't know how far he dropped back, maybe 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But he has been rolling here in the last 10 or so laps.
He was 5th at one time. I don't know if he was officially 5th at the scoring loop, but he did. Oh, and we got a Coleman Farms Racing caution as Ross Robinson has spun to a stop. Tyler Bruning, his lowest officially was 3rd at the lines. I'm consulting the My Race Pass app. He was as far back as 5th unofficially, though, before on a restart, before working his way back up to 3rd. And this sets up a 5-lap dash to the finish, and Tyler Bruning has to be thinking, not again.
Single file, right?
It is.
Inside of 10 laps and a 50-lapper. Well, if he wins this, he would have earned it.
100%.
No doubt about it. Ben, it looked like it was all Dalton Wilson's race, and Bruning in the last, 7-8 laps is rolling.
They're all going to have golden beards by tomorrow. Hey, taking a look at the My Race Pass app right now, positions gained. How about Jimmy Owens up 16 spots to 7th, Brandon Shepard up 10 spots to 9th, Tyler Erb up 10 to 10th, and Dan Ebert up 10th to 17th. There's been some wholesale passing in this one with 5 to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about Ebert? Isn't this his first time in a late model? Right?
He has run some late models.
I don't think he's run an open late model
sporadically over the years, but yes, good to see him out with us here this year. Single file restart. Bruning, Overton, Davenport. I missed it. Dalton Wilson fell back to 5th.
Yeah, he got past there a couple laps ago. Davenport and Moran both got around.
Hey, how about Davenport? Davenport 9th to 3rd so far, too, as he's really picked up some spots, especially the second half of the race. That car's come to life.
Well, if Tyler Bruning hangs on, you're going to see that, the guy started on the pole. He probably led every lap, right? Well, we know that's not the case, right? No pole show here tonight, right?
You're going to have everybody rolling into the next Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series show at Alltech with gold race cars. That's probably what you're going to see. All right. Coleman Farms, caution lights. We're going to find out. They've been turned off. Overton's been really good on these restarts, though, too.
You got Overton and Davenport behind you, man.
Yeah, Davenport's lurking as well. Here we go. 5 laps to go. Bruning looking for his first career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win in the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone. We go green.
Davenport, Moran, Dalton Wilson, and Brian Shirley. He's got to be perfect from here on out. Overton trying to stay right there. Into turn 3. Tyler Bruning off of turn 4, pulling away. 4 to go to become the 93rd different driver ever to win a Lucas Oil race.
He had a really good restart right there. Here comes Jonathan Davenport looking down to the inside of Brandon Overton in a battle for the 2nd spot. Lap traffic not going to be a factor in the closing stages of this one. 3 laps to go for Tyler Bruning. Davenport trying to take 2nd.
Jimmy Owens up to 6th from 23rd, by the way. Davenport's going to get around Overton down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Overton will battle back. The 2 Georgia hot shoes, they're side by side at a turn 4. Bruning says, you guys go right ahead. You do whatever you want to do, because he's 2 laps away from victory. And if he clears the UN08 scales, is it time for the Barron's Performance? 1 lap to go, Dustin?
It is. It is the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Tyler Bruning, a 2-time Yankee Dirt Classic champion, the 2016 Deary Brothers champ, as they head through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He is now a winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Tyler Bruning wins the 2025 season opener.
Jonathan Davenport second, Brandon Overton third, Devin Moran fourth, Brian Shirley fifth, then Owen, Shepard, Blair, Alberson, and Troutman 10th. Who do we have on our Hoker Trucking? Of course, Jimmy Owens.
It is Jimmy Owens from 23rd up to 6th. One more bit of business to take care of as they will make their way, the top 3, into the UNOH Tech and Scale area. Tyler Bruning, as long as he makes it through, is going to get it done in that Greg Bruning Skyline Motorsports, Quick Supply, Olson Explosives, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Bruning Rock Products, Can-Am Auto Salvage, Truck Country, Brown's Heavy Equipment, sponsored number 16. As long as he makes his way through Tech for the first time in his career, he is a winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
He led the first 6 laps. Dalton Wilson led laps 7 through 45. And then Bruning got the lead back on lap 46 and led the rest of the way. You mentioned 1.1 seconds ahead of Davenport at the finish.
Real quick, James, we do have a winner in the 50-50. And the winner's share of the 50-50, $1,004. Yep, if you have it, bring it up here to the main tower, 2nd level, and track officials will give you this money. It's on a red ticket. It's on a red ticket, and that winning 50-50 number is 1171976. Again, that's 1171976. $1,004 is your half. It's on a red ticket. If you got it, come and get it.
Tyler Bruning has to be the slicker graphics, slickest move of the race to get the lead back, right?
I would agree. I would completely agree.
The Willwood Brakes 7th place finisher, Brandon Shepard. The Deathridge Opticians lucky 13th place finisher tonight is Dennis Erb Jr. So Tyler Bruning, Jonathan Davenport, Brandon Overton, Devin Moran, Brian Shirley, right now unofficially your top 5 here tonight.
One real quick note, just speaking with Series Director Rick Schwally, Drake Troutman, he's going to show in the My Race Pass app as finishing 10th, but Series officials did tell him on the receiver that he was going to be docked because he jumped that last restart. So per Series rules, he falls back 3 positions. So it's actually going to be Dalton Wilson rounding out the top 10. Troutman, as I understand, will fall back to 13th. And, well,
Dalton's got to be disappointed. He had a car that could have won tonight. Led a lot of laps. He led the most laps of anyone. The MD3 most laps led, but winds up in the 10th spot.
You know, and guys, talking to guys down here, apparently Dalton was one of 2 drivers in the feature. You can run a 2 or 3 on the right rear. He was one of 2 with a 2 on, so it could have been given up late in the race. Also, I made the mistake. Zeb Holkesvik, the crew chief for Tyler Bruning, he's been through the ups and downs. I fist bumped him, and I think he broke all 5 of my knuckles on that hand because he was fired up, and rightfully so. That team has fought tooth and nail, and it's always cool to see a first-time winner.
Absolutely, man. Tell you what, there's a guy that has put in a lot of time. We've mentioned he's had a lot of heartbreak. That Outlaws race at Mississippi Thunder, thought he got into the back of, I think it was Lance Matthews. Thought he had one at Knoxville a few years ago, James. Wasn't meant to be, but tonight it was. And for the first time in his career, the likable driver out of Decorah, Iowa, gets it done on a national touring series as the drone follows him around. His arm is out the window. And I tell you what, front straightaway, as he comes around, how about it? The gold race car, the golden beard at Golden Isles Speedway.
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you. For the first time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, your winner is going to be Tyler Bruning. Ben Shelton will send it down to you in Veland to Victory Lane.
The 93rd different winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by Flow Racing in the 893rd all-time event. And he He is going to climb out down here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. A Veland feature winner, $12,000 to the good. The Quick Supply Company, Truck Country, Longhorn. And DJ, I think you said it best. In a gold race car, the gold beard, and golden aisles. Maybe it was all meant to be. And the 93rd different winner in the 893rd try. We will talk to Tyler down here. We'll have your second place finisher, Brandon Overton, and third place, Jonathan Davenport, as Iowa's Tyler Bruning is getting set to climb out of the race car. A first-time winner with the Lucas Oil Series, first time on the national tour. And this is going to be an emotional moment for that driver. A long, long time coming. The Greg Bruning owned Skyline Motorsports number 16. And he does it down south to start the year. His dad's made his way over to Lucas Oil Victory Lane. As we wait on Tyler to climb out of this race car and celebrate the spoils here of Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Getting his emotions together, he climbs out of the car. How about it, race fans? Tyler Bruning, a first-time Lucas Oil winner. He hugs the top of the race car as the confetti fills the air and jumping up and down. And he lets the checkered flag go for a wild ride down here. A big hug from his dad, Greg Bruning. Again, these two have been going up and down the highway for a long time. They have Bruning Rock Products, all the companies back home. When Tyler's not racing, he's busy at the family business. And his crew chief Zeb, a big hug, a lot of tears down here. Tyler Bruning. I'm just going to ask her, are you going to pick me? Oh, you're going to pick me up too. Okay, well, there we go. That's a first too. I just got hoisted in Victory Lane. Tyler, you are a first-time, not just Lucas Oil winner, national tour winner. What are the emotions like?
I can't describe it. Oh, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh, those guys got by me there, and I just had to commit and go after it. And I've had a hot rod all night, and everything tonight was a first for me. Track record, hell, I've never done that. Won the heat against some of the best in the business. And I drove my ass off in that feature, man. I wanted it so bad. I gotta tell you, emotions are high. I don't even know what to say. I'm like on the verge of just breaking down here, but oh man, I can't tell you how hard it's been. How the ups and the downs, and how difficult this sport is, and how good everybody really is. And God, I'm so blessed to wheel this hot rod here tonight. Longhorn and Steve and Vinny and my dad, you know, we've been through a lot, and we've worked our ass off, and I couldn't be prouder for them, and Zeb, he deserves it just as much as anybody in this pits, and JD and my family, my mom, my sister, my brother. They watch me every night. They text me every night. Hell, they probably spend more money on all these different series and shows and all that than anybody I've ever seen. But I've had a ton of support. My sponsors, Quick, Truck Country, Olson Explosives, Clement's in here tonight. House of Power brought the power. I'm telling you, this son of a bitch was running. Hovden Oil. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any here.
We'll go for the ride together. Let's go together.
I ain't done this ever. Quick Supply, Olson Explosives, Truck Country, Clements, Bruning Rock Products, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Bill Stein Shocks. Like I said, Vinny. Thank you, Lucas Oil, and Flo, and everybody that's involved with this. I can't tell you how hard it is, but I can't tell you how fulfilling it is when you get one.
You pulled into Victory Lane. Your dad's standing down there. He's got tears in his eyes. Zeb's standing there. The three of you. Was that the culminating moment of all these sleepless nights, all these nights away from the family, all these nights on the road?
Yeah, it's tough. It's, you know, I'm emotional because of that. You know, I got 2 kids, and, you know, I miss a lot of stuff doing this, and I'm really blessed to have their support. My family's been behind me, my dad. We've come a long ways from the open trailer, single car garage to what we've got now, and God dang, I couldn't be more proud. This is probably one of the best crowds I've seen here in a long time. I want to thank all for coming out. I hope I put on a good show. I had fun on the driver's seat.
Let him hear it, Golden Isle Speedway. Tyler Bruning is a Lucas Oil feature winner. That's what it's about, boys and girls. That is what it's about. All right, we're going to catch up with our second and third place finisher. Jonathan Davenport comes home in position 2. JD, you've won over 80 of these things. You remember what it was like to get your first one, what Tyler's experiencing right now?
Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome. I seen he fell back and then got rolling again there on the top. So he done a hell of a job to keep his composure, find a new line, and, keep digging. So congratulations to him. I stole one from him a couple years ago at Knoxville for his first win. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind. See, he got a little high with 2 to go off of 2, and I'm like, oh, is he going to do it? And I'm like, no. But anyway, congratulations to him. Thanks to my guys. We had a really good car there. Just needed a little bit more, like always. I ain't never satisfied, and I always think I can be a little bit better. But I know some things we need to work on. We always run good here, but we just ain't had a win in a long time here. It's really tough. Circumstantial in the heat race. If the first start goes, me and Tyler was side by side for the lead. If I won, if I make it to turn 3, maybe I slide him, maybe I don't. But and then I don't run third in the heat. And so then we start a little further up. But anyway, long story short, had a great night. I always loved Brunswick. It's one of my favorite tracks. It always races good. You don't think it's going to, and then come around the feature, they push the tires in, or they do a little bit of work to it, and it races awesome. But just want to thank all my guys, new and old ones, Dyna Growth Seed, first and foremost, Nutrient Ag Solutions. Thanks for Lance Landers coming out. Him and Gavin flew out. Thanks to Darla for the great opportunity that they've given me. Bill Stein, Longhorn Race Cars, Lucas Oil Products, Mega Plumbing. Everybody that's a small part of this is a big part for me.
Race fans, Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia, comes on position number 2. Rounding out your Big River Steel podium tonight, Brandon Overton, the Longhorn factory car. And he's, we're gonna catch up with him back here. All right, Brandon, well, let me ask you, man. You get up to second, you start bidding for the lead. Hindsight's always 20/20. Anything different you would have done when you were challenging Wilson for the top spot?
I don't know. I was really content. He had a 2 on, and I was thinking, all right, just sit here. It's Brunswick. The bottom's gonna clean up, and we're gonna single file, and he'll start scooting with the 2, And then Tyler come blowing by, so I was like, oh shit, here we go again. So I got to chase him down again. So what do you do? It's our first night, man. I'm so excited. We run top 3 in a Lucas race. You know what I mean? We got so much more room to go. It's awesome working with Burroughs and all the guys. It's really amazing what they've done here in the last couple of weeks to build a team from nothing pretty much. We started off fresh, started over, built all new cars. It's been a hell of a little winter or off season or whatever you want to call it. So they've done a good job and a hell of a way to start off.
Down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pitch, your wife, she's up here jumping up and down. I thought I was going to calm her down. She was driving harder than you.
Yeah, she don't need to get too excited. I don't think baby might come out, right? So we got a lot going on, but like I said, it's awesome start to the weekend. I want to thank Scott Riggs, first off, him and his whole family for giving me the opportunity. ARP and everybody at Longhorn for believing in me and building badass race cars. I'm nervous as hell because I've had the same sponsors for 5 years, but like I said, we can't do it without. We got Napa, Dew Wipes, Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Coltman Farms, Garnto Southern, Jason and his whole crowd, Miss Sherry's up there, Jeffrey Harden, Harco Construction, SEM, I hear you, Ronnie Powell, Big Dog Stumping Tree, Muscle Factory, all my supporters who's helped me forever, VP Fuel, Bilstein Shocks, just Burroughs and Tharp and Ryder, and we got DJ with us, and Rumley's around here somewhere. So like I said, team effort, we'll get their ass tomorrow.
Race fans, Brandon Overton comes home in 30, rounds out the Big River Steel podium. DJ James, an entertaining one to start the year here tonight.
That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Tyler Bruning.
Absolutely.
That's when you see, and he got him a nice trophy and a $12,000 check.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at exactly how this one played out to get to where we are with Tyler Bruning in Veland victory lane for the very first time in his career. And like you said, James, the box score might show he set fast time, won the first heat, and won this one from the Victory Fuel pole, but that's not even going to come close to telling the story.
Yeah, Dalton Wilson again going at that 2, looked good, led the most lap, MD3 most laps led. Oh, into the wall hard. Dustin was running in 3rd, ended his night. Bruning fell back to 3rd, got it going at retook the lead. Like I said, official box scores show that he started 1st and finished 1st. There's a lot more to the story than that, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. He was able to eventually work his way back by Dalton Wilson right there. Wilson made contact with Michael Leach. Leach did a 360 and kept on going. Wilson would eventually fall back, as you heard him say that there was a 2 on the right rear.
I'm not sure if he could have held him off anyway without Leach getting sideways in front.
I don't know that he could have. A caution with 5 laps left. Couldn't even slow down Tyler Bruning. And that smile and that celebration right there says it all. Tyler Bruning, you are a winner with a National Touring Series, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by Flow Racing for the first time in your career. Ben, I cannot think of a better way to start off the 2025 season, my friend.
Nights like tonight are the reasons we do what we do for those moments. Yeah, we love seeing the veterans win, but man, we love a first-timer. And the true emotion, you can't hide true emotion when a win means what it did tonight to Tyler Bruning. Congrats to him. Congrats to his dad, Greg Bruning, Skyline Motorsports. Hell of a start to the year, guys. What do you say we do it all over again tomorrow?
Yeah, we were in Knoxville a few years ago on that Sunday afternoon and thought he had it. Davenport got around him near the end in his home state, and he did it here tonight, and he earned it.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did, James. Well, that's a wrap on the opening night of racing action for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here on night 1 of the Super Bowl of racing at Golden Isle Speedway. Action-packed from start to finish in this one. Gold Race Car, Golden Beard, Golden Isles Speedway. Tyler Bruning gets it done for the first time in his racing career. More action still to come here at the racetrack tonight. That wraps up the Lucas Oil portion. On behalf of Ben Shelton in the infield, the Hall of Famer James Essex. This is Dustin Jarrett. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be back in action tomorrow here at GIS. And that wraps up our portion of the racing program here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Coming right back at you here tomorrow. We've got the mini late models on the track for their A-Main. Dwayne Keith going to be on the call for that one. We will turn the microphone over to him. Again, if you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. We also have got the 602 A-Main coming up. The